All right, everybody, let's break down this unranked heavyweight matchup between one prospect and one, let's say he's a mediocre veteran, put it that way. This fight is taking place though because Baraniewski, the 8-0 prospect, was supposed to fight originally Billy, son of Susie Elikana, and he pulled out. So then last month at UFC Fight Night in Perth, Junior Tafa snaps his losing streak and gets the win back that he desperately needed. And now in a month turnaround, he is fighting against Iwa Baraniewski this Saturday at Fight Night Apex Center. And since he is the most seasoned veteran, let's break down his career first before we start with Iwa's. So Junior Tafa, let's look at his career. He trains with his brother Justin Tafa at the NTG Fight Center, and this is his career from before the UFC as uh, for his last fight before making his debut until the last fight he had last month. And so let's see. He was on the Ryzen 40 card against Tsuyoshi Sidoria, and he was only 3-0 at the time. And then he sent him down, knocked him out, and then this got the UFC's attention. So he was getting offers to fight. Get this. Austin Lane in his UFC debut would have been perfect for Tafa, the juggernaut. Unfortunately, Lane withdrew. So then the UFC offered him Waldo Cortez Acosta for his debut fight, who was currently ranked the number 4 ranked heavyweight in the world today. And in this sense, Tafa pulled out. I don't blame him. So now his UFC debut is coming against the Ultimate Fighter Season 30 winner, the brother of the pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world and welterweight champion, Muhammad Usman, who, yes, like I said, came off of just winning the Ultimate Fighter, and that was his debut. So this would be his second fight into the promotion, and he would defeat Junior Tafa via 3-round unanimous decision. Very good win. But then, as Junior gets his first UFC win, he beats Paca Porter by knocking him out. Look at this hook to the temple of his opponent that absolutely sent Paca straight to the floor. He hit him hard. And unfortunately, what also got hit hard in Junior's next fight was his leg by Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Peizao absolutely blasted that leg over and over to the point he collapsed on his back. He just walked over to try and finish him off, and the referee said, nope, this is over. And then on top of that leg damage, he would go on to face, after his Marcos loss, Walter Walker, the younger brother of the top 15 light heavyweight Johnny Walker. And he is on his destruction path of just ankle locking, heel hooking, toe holding every opponent he gets a hold of, just like he did to Junior Tafa. And thankfully, after suffering a 2-fight skid back to back, he gets a UFC win under his belt, his second one against Sean Sharaf by uppercutting him straight to the beard. And referee Mark Smith saying, I've seen enough. I'm stopping this fight while you two are still on your feet, mind you. And then he would take back to back losses to Tuco Tucos by losing to him by a second round submission to the arm triangle choke, and then losing to, ironically, son of Susie himself, Billy Elikana. And it's like Junior Tafa is filling in for Billy Elikana's replacement, taking on an opponent that more people were expecting him to beat. But this also took place earlier this year at UFC 324. So Tafa started off 0-1. So he fought last month at UFC Fight Night in Perth. And then this is him getting rear naked choked by Elikana. And then he fought last month in Perth and beat Kevin Christian by second or first round knockout by just ground and pounding him, finishing style. When I watched this fight back and I saw his ground pound, I'm like, this is how you finish fights with ground and pounds. And he put him unconscious, ladies and gentlemen. And now he's going to take on the undefeated 8-0 Iwa Baraniewski. Let's look at his career closer, shall we? Trains out of Alligators Fight Club. It's a Polish fight team. There's his cornerman, there's his training partners. And this is his career from beginning to end. 8 wins, 0 losses, just like Santiago Luna before. 2 fights in the UFC under his belt. Same thing. Let's look at it more closely, shall we? So he is coming into the Contender Series 5-0, taking on a man named Muhammad Ali. So everyone definitely thinks this guy is going to be the favorite. And Iwa just said, nope, overhand right, straight to the orbital bone underneath the eye of his opponent, and just collapsed to the floor. Finished the fight. Referee stops this contest, and Iwa Baraniewski is now guaranteed to get a UFC contract. And his first fight, when he made his debut, 6-0, mind you, took on a 14-3 Ibo Aslan, and he destroyed him. He absolutely hit him with another right hook, this one not overhand, but this one right to the chin, and just sat him down, folded him like a lawn chair, and then just delivered more and more devastating ground pound. The referee had to stop it. And then his second fight, get this. His second fight is against Austin Lane. How is this even fair? Like, he should have been one of Junior Tafa's opponents, the first one, mind you, before he pulled out. And that would have been another win under Junior Tafa's record. But unfortunately, it gave his opponent a win before he turns around and fights this Saturday. And who do I think? Oh, here's how he finished Austin Lane. It's like every fight Austin Lane fights in, he gets finished, ladies and gentlemen. And there it goes. So, again, this fight was supposed to take place. And since that was the case, he was training for this event. That's why I'm going with Iwa Baraniewski. I like Junior Tafa, but after what we saw in the replay of that Marcos Rogerio de Lima fight, if I'm his coaches from Poland and I'm helping my fighter try and get the win the best way possible, implement the leg kicks. He's not going to know how to defend them. If this man mixes up head, body, legs, and also does volume, not just one or the other, you're going to see another successful victory for one of Junior Tafa's opponents, which he has a losing record in the UFC, and that's not going to change after this weekend anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen.